Hello everyone, Dennis to from Wartilyo. Let's talk about the different spearhead boxes sa destruction armies ng Age of Sigmar. So kung pinag-iisipan mo na bumili ng Ogre Maw Tribes spearhead box, stick around and find out kung worth it. Let's talk about muna yung ating sponsor for today's video, Hobby Factory. Meron silang napakalaking range ng Citadel paints and Games Workshop minis, games, and tools. Meron din silang collectibles such as Joy Toy and Gunpla, and other miniature games such as Song of Ice and Fire. Punta na kayo sa website nila, hobbyfactoryph.com. Link in the description box below. Punta na tayo sa factors and considerations sa pagpili ng Spearhead box. Una yung model count and pricing. Sa community natin, malagi natin pinag-uusapan yung pricing when it comes to starting an army. And next natin yung hobby factor, which means how enjoyable it is sa pagbuo and pagpaint ng army na to, and kung ano yung kailangan natin gawin to make them pop out and look unique. Usapan din natin yung match play for 2,000 points. How good is this spearhead box for a starting army? And pag-usapan din natin yung spearhead, yung namesake spearhead game. Okay ba tong spearhead okay ba yung spearhead rules ng box na to for the spearhead game mode? And what to get next after buying your first spearhead box. Unahin natin yung Oroquar clans or Cruel Boys, sorry, Iron Jaws. Merong 16 models sa box na to. Killaboss on Great Nashtooth, Murknob with Belchabana, Beast Skewer Killbow, Man Skewer Bolt Boys, and Gut Rippers for 7,100 pesos sa Hobby Factory website or 145 US dollars sa Games Workshop website. In terms of hobbying, very unique looking ang Cruel Boys. Pwede nyo sila i-paint as Orokhai. Lagay kayo ng bits and pieces like leaves and branches para magmukhang nagtatago sila. Pwede nyo sila lagyan ng camo, paint, mud, and dirt. You can do a lot with the basing as well. For points, may 760 points for this box. Is it good enough to start a 2K army with? I would say oo. Pero hindi masyadong okay yung rules ng Beast Killa Bow and yung Killaboss on Nashtooth. They are reasonable to be taken in an army. Pero medyo niche lang si Beast Skewer Killbow in that mas okay siya sa monsters as the name suggests. And yung Killaboss on Nashtooth, merong okay na rule na nagbibigay siya ng +1 to hit, but meron siyang added rule na nag-increase ng control score. So that means at 200 points, it might as well have been another rule na lang or ability. Otherwise, yung Gut Rippers and Bolt Boys, standard units sa Cruel Boys Army. Any good in Spearhead? Sakto lang. Matchup dependent ka pa din. Okay sila against slower armies dahil lang sa shooting mo. But also, given na may shooting units ka, meron ka lang 3 units that go around the board in taking objectives. Walang reinforcements yung mga units nito. So, pag nabatay kunwari yung Gut Rippers mo, hindi mo na sila mababalik. And that's a big blow with this army. Great enhancement choices though. So, what to get next? Kung kumuha ka ng Cruel Boys Spearhead, kung makahanap ka ng Dominion Half, madali na makahanap siguro nito second hand market natin. Meron kang Slitas na madami and doubling down on the Gut Rippers and Bolt Boys. Tapos wala ka ding Beast Skewer Killbow, which is okay dahil ayaw mo naman mag-double down on that. And a bunch of heroes, which is always good. As for combos, Marshcallas, Logot, and Kragnos, the idea is run and charge ka with yung Marshcallas, Logoth along with multiple Gut Rippers and Slitas. Tapos si Kragnos, isama mo na din. And then 3d6 charge for everyone. Ideally, mapin mo yung kalaban mo sa deployment zone niya. And then you just blast them out of the sky with yung other shooting units mo. Then get a Snatcher boss to get the value out of your crit mortals, especially on gut rippers. So from 1 damage sa crit mortal, magiging 2. 2 attacks each pa sila on 20 models. So 40 attacks. Math says, madaming crit mortals. So let's move on to the Sons of Behemat Spearhead box. Meron kang tatlong Man Crusher boxes na makukuha sa box na to at 6,800 pesos or 170 US dollars. So medyo same-ish lang yung mga models mo dito na makukuha. Pare-parehas lang sila except for yung mga bits and bobs na makukuha mo sa kit. But you might want to add a bit more para magmukha pa silang distinct. Depende sa mileage mo though. Dami din sila surface area to do so. Pwede ka maglagay ng tattoos if you're into that. 480 points naman sila for 3 single Man Crusher units and 420 if taken as a Man Crusher mob. So given that, it's a good enough start for a Sons of Behemat army, but you you always need one Mega Gargant in order to play yung matched play rules natin. Dahil hindi pwedeng kunin as a leader yung Man Crusher units. Pero in my opinion, Man Crushers are very good right now dahil kailangan mong umikot sa board, have them run around and take objectives and do tactics. Okay, din ba sila sa Spearhead? Yes. 12 health each, 5 plus save, which might sound very chunky. Pero 5 plus save means malambot sila. Pero may mga debuff sila like yung -1 to hit. And surprisingly, may reinforcement yung mga non-general units mo. And they are very good against infantry. May mga anti-infantry slaying sila. Mayroon lang problems sa scoring tong Sons of Behemat Spearhead Army dahil tatlo lang models mo. Kung mapin ka na early sa deployment zone mo, baka mahirapan ka na mag-take ng ibang objectives. What to get next sa Sons of Behemat? So you will definitely need one King Broad box. At least 3 if you're running a 2,000 point army. Or you can go 2 of these King Broad boxes tapos dalawa ng Man Crusher boxes. Magnetize nyo na lang for maximum value. Alternatively, pwede nyo gayahin dito si Squidmar. Kumuha na siya ng isang box of Mega Gargant and then nag-sculpt siya ng bodies para makakuha siya ng 2 or 3 or even 4 Mega Gargants. But be sure to ask your opponent, your local gaming store, and your tournament organizers if okay yung mga kit bashes nyo. Kragnos is such a cool model pero hindi siya masyadong recommended sa army na to dahil kailangan siya i-babysit all the time. Malambot siya in this meta right now. With additional warning na kung kinuha niyo si Kragnos sa Sons of Behemat, magagalit sa inyo si Broad. Let's move on to the Ogre tribes. Meron kayong 18 minis sa loob ng box na to. Meron kang Tyrant, Iron Blaster, Mournfang Riders, Dead Belchers, Gluttons, and then Nobblers na unfortunately you can't complete a unit with. 6,800 pesos sa Hobby Factory website or 145 USD sa Games Workshop website. They are the chunkiest infantry models around pero sila din yung oldest. Madaming bits and bobs na pwede idikit to make them look unique naman. Madami ding surface area like yung sa Sons of Behemat Man Crushers. So, kayo na bahala kung gano'n nyo gusto mag-kit bash and mag-paint ng unique models. For points, may 1,000 points yung Ogre Tribe Spearhead box, making it the most sulit out of the Spearhead boxes. Tapos may extra ka pang 4 Nobblers. Kung makahanap ka ng extra Nobblers pa sa market, second-hand market, may extra 120 points ka pa. It's a big yes. It's a good start to a 2,000 point army dahil lang sa sheer nature na 1,000 points siya. Okay naman ang win rate ng Ogres, and yung Lead Belchers and Gluttons which are included in this box are mga staples yung mga yan. Mornfang Pack, Tyrant, and Iron Blasters are so-so to okay. Iron Blasters can be good. Tyrant is okay. Tapos yung Mornfang Pack are fast units but they're pretty expensive right now. Okay din ba sa Spearhead? It's also a big yes. It's actually one of the strongest armies sa Spearhead ngayon dahil sa sheer amount of health na kailangan mong i-chew through. Tapos mayroon pa sila mga -1 to hit aura ng 4 plus every single turn. So kung hindi pa matapos ang kalaban mo yung um, Lead Belchers and uh, yung Tyrant and yung other unit, darating na yung Mornfang Pack and yung Iron Blaster. And even more headache for them. So what to get next in an Ogre Maw Tribe's army? Depende sa gusto mo. You can go Beastclaw Raiders, which means you'll go the Stonehorn route and the Thunder Tusk route. Hindi sila masyadong optimal right now. Hindi okay masyado yung rules, but the models are hella cool. You can go Gutbusters. So kuha ka ng isa pang Spearhead box to complete the 2,000. Tapos mag-kit bash lang kayo. But I highly recommend you kit bash Iron Guts and the Butcher. Kung makahanap kayo ng apron looking bit, or you can scout an apron on an extra ogre model, meron na kayong Butcher. I've seen it done. For Butcher, it enables run and charge for your army, which is a very great rule to have. For Gloomswipe Gits, may 34 models box na Spearhead, Dune Boss, Rockgut Trogguts, Squig Hoppers or Boingrot Bounders, Moon Clan Stabas or Moon Clan Shootas at 6,800 pesos or 145 US dollars. Mataas yung hobby factor nito dahil nasa variety of models that you get. Meron kang squigs na pwede mo i-paint as M&Ms if you like. Trolls that you can paint in a variety of colors as well. Pwede nyo gawing highly daming colors sa army nyo. So go ham with the colors basically. You get 700 points if you go Boingrot Bounders, 630 or Squig Hoppers, tapos -10 points kung mag-Stabas ka. But I highly recommend that you go with Boingrot Bounders, which is the more efficient unit in the game right now. Sa Doomsfight Kits. Is it good enough to start a 2,000 point army? I would say just okay. Needs a lot more to make it a fleshed out army dahil varied siya, which is a good thing, but it might be a bit too varied dahil yung mga battle formations natin almost always needs one keyword to focus on. So kung gusto natin mag Troggots, double up on Troggots, and double up on Squigs or Moon Clan units. But at the same time, it doesn't hurt that you have a variety of units in one army. So this is actually pretty okay as well. Any good in Spearhead? I would say yes. Theoretically, I haven't played with Gloomsfight Kits yet, but you have a good mix of units na may tanky Chogots ka, tapos may mabilis kang units in the Squig Hoppers, tapos may reinforcement units ka pa na bumabalik. So that's always good. What to get next? Depende ulit sa gusto mong gawin next. So kung gusto mong mag-focus on Squigs, go Boingrot Bounders, Squig Herds, and Squig Boss with Nasha Squig. Just be careful na yung Squig Herd while madaming models yung nasa field mo. They are beasts, so they can't contest objectives. And then Squig Boss with Nasha Squig provides you with pretty good buff. And if you go with Troggots, pwede ka mag-Rockgut, Troggots, Trog, especially if you're going with the Armies of Renown. And then yung mga Dank Hold Troggots din. As for Goblins, more Stabas. Just more Stabas. Of course, you have to get the Moon Shrine if you're getting this army for your match play games. dahil ito yung source ng recursion mo. And then don't forget that you might want to get Gabapalooza dahil madami silang binibigay na buffs din. So final thoughts, Spearhead boxes provide a lot of points for the money you spent. So mga 700 to 1,000 points is quite a lot of points for 7,000 pesos roughly. I don't think there are any game systems sa Games Workshop na kasing sulit ito, especially when compared to Warhammer 40k. It's almost always a good start to an army with the amount of points that you get. Dagdagan nyo na lang ng konti. But it's not always optimal for sure. But given the points, sulit naman na. Destruction models are very much varied. May personality sila. So kung gusto nyo ng big boys, you go with the um, Man Crushers. If you want more cute ones, you might want to go with the Gloomspite Gits ones. But for of course, if you like the models, go for the models that you like. Dahil meron tayong saying na models are forever, rules are not. But with the current rules right now, be prepared to hit on fours, especially with destruction armies. It may be a cause ng negative player experience nyo when playing. So it's something to keep in mind, especially with rules ng Sons of Behemoth and the Beastlaw Raiders side ng Ogre tribes will force to hit as konti lang attacks. Medyo nakaka-bad trip yun, if ever. So in Spearhead naman, Destruction armies are health dense and have several surprising debuffs, so especially mga random na -1 to hit on Ogre tribes and Sons of Behemoth. Tapos may mga fast unit choices kayo in Screeg Hoppers. Iba-iba yung gameplay ng mga armies natin sa Destruction. So choose which ones you might like. And then choose your enhancements wisely. Matchup dependent siya. So it's up to you. Overall ranking ko sa mga Spearhead boxes ng Destruction, I would say Ogres are at the S tier. Just in terms nung number of points na nakuha nyo sa box, Spearhead rules, modeling wise as well. Gargants are A tier dahil medyo biased ako. I'm a Sons of Behemoth player. And then I put Cruel Boys and Gits at B tier. So if you reached the end of this video, maraming salamat sa inyo for listening. My name is Dennis from Wartilyo, and our sponsor for today's video is Hobby Factory. Punta lang kayo sa website nila, hobbyfactoryph.com. Like and subscribe for more content like this, and see you next time. Bye!